Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about how to create an attractive profile as a setter or a closer. Now you might be wondering, okay Matt, my profile doesn't really matter. I can just whip up a couple photos and I'll land the gig, right? Wrong. Your profile does matter because in today's day and age, unfortunately, whether you like it or not, or fortunately, because to people who play this game, they'll get the advantage. Today, social media is our number one way of getting a first impression. It is our modern day resume, it is our modern day CV. And even the employers, the people who are business owners, will be looking at your profile and they'll actually make a decision based off that, whether subconsciously or not, as to whether to want to bring you on for an interview and eventually hire you. Okay, so here's how to leverage that, how to use that to your advantage so that you can land more gigs, you can land more interviews, and you create a great first impression. And besides this, building your social media is super important, like in life in general. When you're trying to network with other like-minded people, if you're trying to attract the type of woman you want to date, your social media profile is extremely important. So it's well worth investing the time and effort into creating it as best as possible. So anyways, we actually covered this in a weekly call with our students in Project White Rabbit. So Facebook IG, this is what I wrote. So mainly this is going to be about Facebook IG. Twitter you can do as well. This also applies to Twitter, LinkedIn, doesn't matter, whichever way. The main goal here, the number one goal, is you show yourself as a human being, a real human being who is interesting. Now, the main part is obviously showing you're a real human being, because what most setters do and what most closers do, they're too afraid, they hide behind a screen. They're too afraid, they hide behind a screen, they put themselves in private, they have no profile picture because they're too scared of what people might think of them, and therefore this also doesn't land them the gig that they wanted, because how's the business owner going to trust you? How's the business owner going to know, okay, who am I dealing with and do I actually like them or not? So if you're in that shell, get uncomfortable. You have to seek discomfort. You have to actually run towards that discomfort, because it might feel weird at first. It might feel weird putting a profile picture of your face that you're so self-conscious of online, because I know I was. It's going to be weird at first taking your profile off private. You know, it's just how it is. It's the game we play, and you got to pick the pros and cons of whichever path you're taking, because everything comes with pros and cons. This is going to come with pros, but also going to come with cons. So the main goal here is showing you're a real human being. Well, to your relief as well, it's not going to be any fancy tricks or tips. You don't have to be some sort of Dan Bilzerian. You don't have to go travel the world and post crazy content. No, just show you're a real person. So clear profile picture of you, ideally a headshot so they can actually see what you look like. Bio. Now with the bio, I'll show you some examples later. You don't have to overthink it. Just put something in your bio, okay? Username, so this goes more for Instagram, Twitter, etc. Because with Facebook, you just put your real name. Put your name, and you want to avoid underscores, dots, or numbers, because that's going to look very, not scammy, but it's going to look very scruffy and messy. So the best case scenario, your name is quite original, or you manage to land just your name as your Instagram. So if your name was John Smith, we'll just have John Smith. That's the best case scenario. So if you can't find it though, maybe you can kind of bend the rules. You can maybe add an underscore between your two names or a dot between your two names, but you get the point. Just make it look clean. Cover photo, so this goes more for like Facebook and Twitter, where it requires a cover photo. Don't leave it blank, just add anything. So even just a view. Even just the view is completely fine. A nice view that you found in your camera roll, just slap it in there and you'll be good to go. Some friends, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what you put in your cover photo. So content, now again, you don't have to go ham on content. You don't have to start doing what I do, but just have at least 1 to 3 pictures of yourself. Like 1 to 3 nice clean pictures of yourself. So I've even put here, if you're super committed about this process, which you should be, then go to the city this weekend. Go to the nearest city this weekend or town. Ask a friend to take some pictures of you with clean outfits on, because remember, you only need 1 to 3 high quality photos of you and you're set. You don't need to post every single week, which is great news if you're not photogenic like me. So if you really want to do it, and I advise you do, because this is going to set up the rest of your profile. Again, you don't need to post every single week. You don't have to be an influencer. Just have a couple photos that show you're a real person and make sure they look nice and clean. So go to the city this weekend, go to the town, go around a couple different locations, walk around a bit with your friend, get him to take some couple photos. So 1 to 3 photos. You should be good. And then slap him on your Facebook, slap him on your Instagram, slap him on your Twitter. It doesn't matter. Now, if you don't, well, that's what you should do. But some other content ideas could be just literally reposting a piece of content. It could be a motivational quote that you found, that you resonated with, that you found valuable. And I'll show you some examples later. 500 friends / followers minimum / connections. So this is for LinkedIn. I say 500 because I just think anything below that is a bit short. So just get to 500 as soon as you can. Don't overthink it. If you really want to, you can unfollow these people later. And then yeah, it's gonna snowball from there. You're gonna slowly get more followers because they see you have a decent foundation already. And the last thing is you take things ideally off private. You take your profile off private. Now, sure, friends and family and other people from school or people from work might see your profile. Who cares? Who cares? You're here to land a gig. You're here to escape that exact job. You're here to make that money while you're in school, because you're gonna land a high ticket position. You're gonna land a high ticket position, and you're gonna start printing. So it doesn't matter. Just grow up, get used to the discomfort. As I said, seek it out, get uncomfortable, take your profile off private. Like, what are you hiding for? What are you hiding for? Take it off private. As with the friends thing, before I move on, what you could do is, because one of our outreach methods is, and this is a great way as well, this goes for Instagram. One of our outreach methods that we cover in the program is go in Facebook groups. So this is Elijah's profile. What you do is, what we teach is, we tell you to go in Facebook groups. So, for example, High Ticket Ninjas, coaches, consultant groups, agency groups, ClickFunnels, those type of groups where you can land a position, because then you can start posting in there and asking around who'd like a setter or a closer. And then, because these people are probably looking for them. These are the right communities. Look in the right rooms, think about where they might be hanging out, and then go to them. A great thing you can do is you can go to, let me do this now actually. You can go to the groups and go to people, or even here in the discussion, go to the people who posted. For example, Kelsey, you can add her as a friend. Go to the likes, go to the comments, add them as a friend. And now, why this is really good, why I recommend it, is because a couple things. A, these are already people who have similar interests to you. And B, they're probably still active, because here it's going to be sorted by most relevant. So therefore, the chances of them, after posting, being on Facebook is still going to be very high. So they're going to be more likely to add you back, and it'll happen a lot quicker. And then you're going to build that following, that connection, that network much, much quicker. The one I was going to get to, though, is you go to people, add the admins, and then go to people who, just go to people who have things in common. But the best one is new to the group. So add people here who are new to the group, because again, of that recency bias, or that recency tactic, where they're probably still on Facebook and they'll see your friend request and they'll add you back, and you'll get to 500 at least in no time. So anyways, this is the basics. Have these and you should be good. Some don'ts: avoid numbers, dots, or underscores in your name. No photos of you drunk or stoned. Like, I don't need to explain that. Please don't have any photos of that. Don't have any photos of your yeah. No stupid memes. Come on, grow up. And no politics. But that's it. That's your profile set. So put in some time after this video to invest in your profile. And when the difference is, when people see it, when business owners see it, they're going to be way more likely to hire you on, or ask you to hop on an interview, or reply back to you, which is also as valuable. Now, let me show you some examples because I find it very, very useful when people show examples. So this is Elijah. His is going to be a bit more different. As I said, you don't need to be posting content like crazy because you're not an entrepreneur. If you are an entrepreneur watching this, then go ahead, post more content, more value-based content, take your content more seriously. But if you're just a setter, you're just looking for a gig, if you're a high-ticket closer, then you don't have to take it as seriously. Again, just post the photos of yourself to show you're a real person. Now, this is Elijah. Just put something in his bio, a nice quote. Has a lot of mutual friends. I bet he has a lot of friends on Facebook as well. There's me, haha. You can add. So what about stories and story highlights? Yeah, you can put some stories up at least. Put some stories up to show again that you're active, because it's going to show that ring around your profile picture, and then people are going to click on it, and it's going to lead to more engagement and more growth. So just post some stories here and there. Don't overthink it. Just show what you're doing in your day. Story highlights can be anything. For example, Elijah's put book recommendations, some cool quotes or mindset hacks, some food. It doesn't matter. Just put highlights. They're called highlights for a reason. So just put whatever you feel like are highlights. And then posts, quote that you find cool. This is a while back. Like, both of us haven't been on Facebook in ages, so don't mind that. Photo of himself with a cool caption or quote, cool quote, more content, stuff like this. So that's Elijah. Let's go to me. Again, so I already have a position, but this was back in the days when, like, all this content was back in the days when I was running my coaching business, which I've put on pause. So you don't have to post as much value content as this. You just keep it active every once in a while to show that you're a real person, you're on the app frequently. So I just put here something stupid that happened a while back. Like, I think someone bought me fake followers. Just put anything. Just treat it like, you almost want to just treat it like Twitter, where you just type anything what's in your head and you put it in. And then sprinkle in some of the photos that you posted, some of the photos that you took. Got my bio, shows where I live. You don't have to put your exact location, obviously, because you don't want people trying to knock on your door, but just put the country you're from, stuff like that. Just have it filled out. Other contacts, so there's my IG. This is the team calendar to book a call, and there's other stuff like this. Don't overthink it. It's completely fine. A bonus one, which I nearly forgot to mention, is if you're cool with it, and they're cool with it, post some photos of you and family, friends, pets even, because this shows you're a real person. This shows that you're a real person and you take care of other people, and you have family, you have friends, and this is going to make your profile way more trustworthy to the people who are looking at it. So if you're cool with it, if they're cool with it, then post some photos of you, family, friends, pets, etc. So let's go to my IG now. Again, I kind of spazzed it up. I don't know the word. Kind of made it a bit bougie. You don't have to do that. Yeah, keep it simple. Name, Matt Jacobs taken, so I just took the next best thing. Matt Jacob or Matt or whatever. You can even put like high ticket closer or high ticket setter or high ticket sales, just to show that you're in this niche or that's what you do. Some story highlights, content, photos of me, and you should be good. And I've posted stories. I post stories frequently, so there we go. Shows I'm active. Let's go to one of our students now, Brian. I think this is the perfect example. The perfect example of having the fundamentals, but not going overboard, which you don't need to do, as I keep saying. So he's a chill guy. Brian, the only thing I'd change here, Brian, is see if Brian Chan is taken, so B instead of a 6, but probably the next best thing. Brian, where he goes to college or where he went to college, probably linking to another passion project, I don't know, or a business. Profile picture of him, he's got a story up, which is great, story highlights, and then 1 to 3 photos of himself having fun, having a good time, and shows who he is clearly. They're clean photos as well. So let me actually drop him a follow. Perfect example of your profile. And I don't know if he's on private or not, but if he isn't on private, then extra points to you. Another one of our guys that we took a look at, Jibril. I told him, see if you can just remove the number and see if you can have something like Jibril and then his last name, or just if Jibril isn't taken, that's amazing. You have like you could probably sell that username in the future. But anyways, you get Jibril. He I think he should keep the number because he plays soccer, he plays football. Here's another thing. If you show that you are have a passion, an interest, a hobby, or you play a sport, or you're into the gym, or you like swimming, or you're a dog trainer, doesn't matter. If you show that on your profile, it goes a long way because it helps you stand out even more from the other NPCs who are trying to apply for a setter or a closer job. You never know. Even the business owner might have played football in his past. He was an ex-athlete. So when he looks at Jibril's profile, he's going to resonate with it even more, and then I could actually land him the job. It's crazy, I know, but this is the truth. So Jibril, something in his bio, talking about football, where he's from, stuff like that. And then, yeah, maybe I'd have like one more pick, but yeah, this is his IG. Him and the team and the friends, because these are sending subtle signs. For example, if you show you play football, if you're an athlete, that means you're hardworking, you're dedicated, you have discipline, you're a team player, and that's going to go a long way. So these photos here are clean as well. I'll tell him to add one more. Profile picture is pretty good. See if he can take or find a clearer one. But apart from that, it's pretty good. And then some story highlights here. And then Jibril has got 1.2k followers. This is a minute detail. Ideally, you have more followers than the people you're following, because if it's the other way around, if you're following more people, then it kind of looks a bit needy or desperate. But that's like the last 5%. It doesn't really matter. Let's look at Elijah's profile finally. So this guy is popping. He's got you could put a bio like this. So this is Elijah. That's his username. Good profile picture. Cool story highlights. Here you can put, you can kind of structure it like this. So your accolades or any form of social proof to show that, okay, you're not just some nobody. Like you've actually built something, or for example, you got 50k followers on TikTok. Put that in your bio, because that's extra points. So founder, DM me exit the matrix, 50k on TikTok. Story highlights. And then yeah, he's got plenty of photos of himself. So the more the better, and if they're clean like his, then bonus points. But yeah, pretty much it, guys. Do not overcomplicate it. And yeah, summary, screenshot if you need to right now. The do's, the don'ts, your action step, and the main thing that you have to take away from this video is that you just want to show you're a real person. Don't be an NPC. Don't be that profile without a profile picture, with your name, with 123495765XX. Username, don't do that. And you should be good. Yeah, apart from that, you should be good. Just do this, and I promise you will land more gigs than you could ever fathom. Do your outreach as well, because that's gonna help you a lot. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.